all of you guys have this. It's like dig into that real world usage as far as, I mean, this is on the marketing side, right? So find that way to integrate.
Hello, and thank you for joining our Fireside Chats with founders at the European Cardano community. I am Marcus, one of the core team members, and if you like what we are doing, please consider supporting our individual projects. You will find the links to our guests and our projects below the video. Please give us a thumbs up, follow us by hitting the bell icon, and let's enjoy this session.
Other than our Pitch Fest events, which are designed with an elevator pitch in advance of 30 seconds and then 2 minutes of a longer pitch where you get questions, and they are not here just to train for Catalyst, but to make you a better presenter overall. This one gives you a 2-minute pitch in advance to update the other co-speakers of who you are. And then we jump into a conversation. This lasts roughly half an hour to 45 minutes usually. And you're invited to always roll back to your product as well to maybe find collaboration opportunities and learn together with us about the ecosystem and your products and how it could be implemented. Don't forget to give an actionable item out to the viewers. What should they do to get in touch with you guys? And I think that's where we start right now. Palm Economy.
100%. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, thank you everyone for being here and for listening to me and my 2-minute rant. My name is Theodore. I've been a part of the Cardano ecosystem since back in 2017. And the main reason that I joined this ecosystem was because I really believed in the vision that Charles had back then and even right now. With that being said, myself, Daniel Friedman, and we have a lot of other Cardano members in our team as well. We've built GenGate, and Palm Economy is essentially the economy of our Palmyra ecosystem. Right now, the Palmyra ecosystem consists of 3 different products. We have Palmyra Endeavor, which is a tokenized security token offering platform that we launched back in Argentina in December of last year. And the second product is called Palmyra Pro, and essentially is our traceability and tokenized protocol. And the last one is called Palmyra Platform, which is where all the producers can actually go and sell their products directly with buyers from all around the world. And we provide them also logistics and trusted payment services. So, if you will, you can say that it's an Amazon, but for commodities with Web3 components such as embedded traceability, verified credentials, and a lot more that are coming on our roadmap. Our main goal is to make sure that we give more opportunities to producers from around the world to sell their products without the middleman, so that way they can make better margins, and at the same time we can give the buyers the opportunity to source products directly from producers, knowing that everything has been sourced ethically, of course, and at the same time provide them with farm-to-table traceability, so they'll know exactly, again, where the products are coming. That, again, gives better margins to producers, so they can have a better livelihood for themselves and also for their workers, and at the same time, we give better prices for the buyers, because again, they can source their products directly from the producer. With that being said, we also have a lot of different deals on the pipeline regarding the traceability. One of the pilots that we've announced a few weeks ago was with in Zambia. We're actually finalizing it this week, and you're going to see we're working with 2,000 farmers from Zambia with more than 2,000 beehives that we're going to be tokenizing most likely over the next week or the following week. Something that we're very, very excited, and we're going to start seeing RWAs coming on Cardano. And that's hopefully I didn't really go over the 2 minutes, but I'll put a post here, and by all means, I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have in the comments.
That was awesome, and that was incredible. Hope you still can breathe. I loved farm to table, and I loved the real world assets. I love anything about real world asset implementation, and I would say that gives us promo Facie, because there might be some good connector in the not so real world.
Fantastic. Hello, Marcus. We've come mob-handed today, so there's me and Craig here. So does that mean we each get 2 minutes?
You can interchange. You have enough time later on.
Fair enough. No problem. No problem. So promo Facie, Craig, myself, we're 2/3 of the promo Facie trio. There's our developer Panos, but he likes us to go out front and do all of the talking. He just wants to stay strictly technical. We're OGs in the Cardano space. We were here from the very first CNFTs, and we've seen everything as it happened, and the good, the bad, and quite a lot of bad, really. So we decided to create a project where we would help bring the utility to Cardano, specifically to NFT projects. At the moment, almost everything in the NFT space and token space on Cardano is people effectively gambling on something going up in price. If it doesn't go up in price, if it doesn't do something instantly, then they dump it. And as soon as somebody dumps it, it starts a tsunami, the thing dies, and all of the energy that was there in the project, all of the things that those people could have done, go out of the window. So what we want to do is give people tools to help them promote their project, give people tools to help them reward the people that are active in their project, retain people, keep people, make the idea of promoting your project fun, build a sense of community so that people stick around for something other than the price, and then leverage that through gamification by building actual games where we can allow partners to be represented in real games, real 3D experiences, and ultimately with the network that we build that goes into that, attract gamers in and non-Web3 people that then feed back out into Web2. So the starting point for that is our promo bot. Marcus, I think you might be setting that up in your server at the moment. We've got that in quite a few servers. So what the promo bot does, it allows you to start raids on your tweets. So when you tweet from your nominated account, a raid is automatically started, and within your Discord, people get buttons for post, reply, quote, and they can use those buttons to interact directly with Twitter. If you're tweeting a lot or people haven't been active for a week, this makes it really easy because they can literally go down all of your raids, do all of them without leaving Discord, and you get a higher participation. Every single time they click on an interaction, they earn points. The points go into your own leaderboard, and then you decide when that resets. It could be a week or it could be a month. And then when the leaderboard resets, you choose what roles, what tokens, whatever else you want them to get, and that gets distributed automatically. Everything that we do is designed to eliminate tickets and to make sure that people are getting interactions while things just tick over with minimal interruption. When the leaderboard resets, people get credits. So our idea is that people will earn points, and what happens normally is people earn some points, they get a load of points, it becomes a lot of hassle to administer the scheme, so people don't really interact with it, and then people have got a lot of points so they don't bother, and the whole thing becomes a nothingness. With us, the two main ways of rewarding people for being active are through the slot and the store. So every project that takes the promo bot gets their own custom store and their own custom slot. We build on the farm bots. So, I'm going to assume that everybody knows who the farm bots are, but if you don't, you should really check them out. They've connected Cardano to Solana, Polygon, and VeChain, and using the farm bots, you can tip any token, any native asset from Cardano, Solana, Polygon, or VeChain within your Discord. So this makes it really easy to collaborate cross-chain in a social way. So we use that. So when the leaderboard resets, the points are wiped and everybody gets credits depending on how well they performed. Those credits can be used to play our slot machine, where you can win tokens and rolls, or to go direct to the store and convert those credits into tokens or rolls. So if you've got an event coming up that you want to gate, then people can earn the right to be at that event by earning the role, by earning the credits to buy the role. And again, all of this happens automatically. So there's no need for you to interact with it. We have people playing our slot 24/7, winning in our Discord, and we have to do nothing with it, nor do any of the other projects that use our tool. We've recently introduced a thing called treasure hunts. And so now, like any project that uses the promo bot, can start a treasure hunt. So you can nominate a set of words and phrases, and people have to go and find those words. And there's 2 slash commands, hunt find and slash hunt progress. So people can input the words that they found and then, complete that. And at the end of the treasure hunt period, you can nominate an amount of tokens to be given out to a number of people or all of the people that participated, and then they get those prizes. So now you can place those words within your announcements. You can give clues as to where to find them. You can say them on a space. You can say what was in a particular picture that we put out, and people look for that word. But now people are going out and they're having fun, engaging with all of your content, trying to find the missing words so that they can win a prize. So we're constantly adding new features to the promo bot. You can manually credit rewards and credits to people. So if you've got an event going on, you can say, if you join this event, we'll give you some points or we'll give you some credits. We give out points daily for people being active in Discord. So people come in, say good morning to get their points. And because other people are coming in to say good morning too, there's people there. So conversations start and it becomes more than a GM, LFG, wag me kind of thing. Because we can distribute literally anything. You could use the promo bot for distributing your token. You could use it for giving out whitelists, people earning it through interacting without the relentless grinding to get points and roles. They can actually go and do things. And unlike a lot of the other tools that boost social media, people are doing things and they're gamifying it. They're earning things and having fun all the time. But it's all coming back to Discord where you get the social interaction. It's not just a relentless ticking off a list and I've done the tasks, and it's all done in isolation. So our bot's $10 a month, and
I have to break it here because otherwise we don't.
Yeah, sorry.
But that's what I love about what I've seen so far on Promo Facie. It makes it really easy for I don't even have a word for people that just constantly sit on the phone and switching between platforms. That's pretty cool. And for us as entrepreneurs, it's easy too. We're constantly getting overwhelmed through marketing. I mean, Sheila, you know it, and Theo, you know it too. Like getting bombarded from all sides, and I think it's worth a look. Have a look at it. I'm testing it at the moment for Larissa Health, and I'm pretty stoked about what it can do. But speaking about overwhelmed and a lot of things to do, Sheila, I think that's your turn now.
So, hi guys, Sheila Doman, VP of Marketing for Book.io and Stuff.io. This is actually the same company. We just expanded last April. We started as Book.io, and we do ebooks and audiobooks on chain. We actually are on 5 different chains, but we did start on Cardano. This is our greatest environment here, our greatest community, and our greatest supporters. So we are very faithful to our Cardano community here. So we started with Book.io and expanded last April at our conference here in McKinney, Texas, to launch Stuff.io. So Stuff.io was the rest of your digital stuff. So we give you the ability to own your digital assets. As this community is familiar, NFTs allow you to actually own that digital picture. So we're allowing you to own your digital assets of books, audiobooks, music, videos, text, podcasts, whatever you can make as a digital asset. And kind of a fun thing is we have the ability to combine those. So we actually have books that you open them and a video from the author starts playing. This is all from our very cool patented technology called a DEA. So it's a decentralized encrypted asset. So this protects the creator 100% with all their digital rights management. What it does is takes that file, chops it up into thousands of pieces, pins it on IPFS, and the only way that you are able to read that book, listen to that audiobook, watch that movie is when you prove that you are the owner. And obviously with, Cardano blockchain, that is a very easy thing to do with, just simply putting in the password of that wallet, and it puts that digital asset together as you consume it. So it's not any way that this is going to be screenshot or anything like that and put on the black market, which a lot of authors in obviously the music industry that struggle with all of the streaming and very low payouts from streaming. This is solving all of that. So this gets back to you actually own that album again. And if somebody says, man, I would love to listen to that album, you can loan it to them. You can send it to them. You can actually sell it to them. Again, with your ebooks as well, right? It gives you that ability to rent it out, lend it out, sell it on secondary markets. And it allows that full ownership experience again, to where anything that you have digitally right now in the, Web 2 world is just a license, right? And it's amazing the amount of people that we talk to, and they have no idea that they don't own those 10,000 books on their Kindle. They're like, no, but it said buy. I hit the buy button, so I own it. It's like, sorry, you don't. You actually just own a license to read it. And the minute Kindle or Apple or Barnes & Noble says, you know what, this isn't something that we want to host on our platform anymore, and we take it off, your license to read that book or watch that movie just went away. This also extends into the gaming world. You guys probably have experienced, wait, I bought a whole, weapon package for this certain game, and now they've been taken away. Or this game, I had a license to play it for 20 years, and you think that license is never going to expire, and all of a sudden that game is no longer on your Xbox. So this solves it by allowing you to actually own all these assets, but they also protect everything for the creators. So we are here for the creators and the consumers, so everybody can live in a happy digital ownership world, and the creators can get rewarded for their artwork. As you see on the screen here, this is a very exciting launch. This should be launching live next week, so watch our socials for the actual day of the live link to go. We've got a couple beta author testers that are going to work on it in the next couple days to make sure everything goes smooth, and then it'll be open to the world. So as of next week, you can mint your own ebook, audiobook, music single, and music album. The text documents, the podcasts, and the videos are soon to come, but the other 4 will be live. This is for what we call single covers only. So if you're familiar with our platform, we do collectible covers. So we might have 150 covers for that one book or that movie album. Movie or album, not movie album. And it's obviously numbered. There's a rarity chart. So there's that fun gamification of the lottery system of when you buy that ebook, oh my gosh, I got 001. This is worth so much more than the $5 I paid for it on the secondary market, right? Because it has that collectability to it. It's going to be a one-on-one cover that nobody else in the world has. Our mint and print option is another fun. I can't talk today. Fun side thing that's happening at this exact time of we are going to be able to, you mint your digital book, and then there's going to be a print button, and you're going to have that actual book come to you as a real printed, real paper, where everybody goes, oh, but I love that actual book. I want to actually hold it. it's going to be a thing. So your one-on-one cover with that printed 001 or 002 number that you were able to be lucky enough to mint is going to be on the book. You're going to have your own ISBN, so you can take it to any bookstore in the world, and they'll be able to pull up that number and go, yeah, this is the only one in the world, and that's the cover that it has. So that's a fun side feature that comes with the ebooks and audiobooks. And eventually it'll be on this portal. It'll just be another checkbox that says, yes, I want this eligible for mint and print. So that's fun future plans, but that's actually going live right now. So the actual creator portal, you will be able to come on. Single covers only right now, so there's not going to be the rarity side of uploading 150 covers or doing an art project with us and having us create a couple hundred covers for you, which we do have a whole team that does that. So those packages will be available soon. But yeah, hop on. You can mint your own ebook, audiobook, music single, music album, and we are here. We're ready for your content. Get it on chain, and it's there for life.
Perfect. Thank you. The panel discussion is open to everybody. So if you're in the audience and you think you're not worth it, you definitely are worth it. Come on, just join with questions if you have them. Praise the guys for what they do, whatever you're liking, you're welcome. I start with a question. Actually, I have a few. I go backwards. Adding the printing license to a book is something that I've been thinking about because, as you know, as I told you, I'm thinking, or I want to publish our kids' book, and the idea is basically if you have a certain NFT, you get the license, or if you have the book, you get the license to print, let's say 10,000 items. Do you say that like that?
Yeah. I mean, we should just say that that's the volume.
Like physical,
Oh, yeah.
you'll be allowed to issue 10,000 physical books. Is that something that is on the roadmap? Because that would be, for us, it would be a game changer.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, that's actually what this is going to roll into is you're going to say, yes, I want to mint. So that's actually part of the creator portal right now. That's the maximum. So I think minimum is 10, maximum is 10,000 of the initial volume for your edition that you're going to mint with us. So if you sell out at a day of that 10,000, come back. We'll do edition 2, right, of that next 10,000. So that's 10,000 at a time. And in the future, yeah, you'll be able to just say this is eligible for mint and print. And then people will be able to mint that book, see what number they got, and then simply say print, and then it takes them to kind of a Web 2 experience that gets sent to one of our lovely investors of Ingram over in Nashville, and they've got other printing presses in the UK and Australia as well, so they can actually get to anybody in the world as far as they say, yes, I want to print this book and have it mailed to me. So that will be totally an option, Marcus. Yeah.
Could we enable others to become publishers? Like, let's say
Please.
we have that right, the initial right. We are the creator. We distribute 10,000 items, and if somebody mints that one item, he has the right to publish another 10,000 physical prints. Is that something that is possible? That would be.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's just going to be a feature in the future, like very, very easy of like, it's just going to go with minting your digital asset will be that printed option. It's not like if you had a publisher today, if you're with a common big 5 publisher, they'll do a print run, what it's called, where they're going to print 5,000 of your hardcover books right off the bat. And that's what gets sent to those physical bookstores. So this is actually a print on demand. So there's not going to be any wasted materials out there. There's not going to be any books, because if those books get sent out and they get they go stale in these bookstores, they literally get taken apart and tossed or hopefully recycled. But it's not like anything that gets a print run that those books actually stay as books if they don't get bought. So this is much better for the environment. There's actually an owner saying, I want this book to be printed. And so it's a print on demand situation that Ingram then will print that book with that specific cover, that specific number, that specific ISBN, and get it sent to you.
Like that farm to the table thingy that
I know they mean actual farm to table, but when Theodore said that, I was like, man, I love that term, because we always say like direct from the author to the consumer is what we facilitate. And I was like, man, they actually are talking about actual honey from the bees. I was like, but that's a great term for us to use. Yeah. just a little marketing tweak. We can share, right? Yeah, there's not that big bookstore, that big publisher in the middle, taking big chunks, taking your rights. We do not mess with your rights. Please come one, come all. We simply take a small percentage of your first sale, and then a very small percentage of anything on the secondary. But as you guys know, those secondary rights, they're for history. You can leave those in your will to your great grandchildren, and they can still be getting those secondary rights every time that book is resold somewhere, which is really, just mind blowing. And also the sustainability side, but the philanthropy side too. So you don't have to have those secondary royalties go to your own wallet. If you want those secondary royalties to benefit another project, to benefit, a sustainability project in the what I call the Web 2 world, like the real world that's not even on as a Web 3 project, please do.
That's what I love about all three of you. You're basically onboarding users without telling them actually it's about Web 3. It's about ownership, it's about facilitation, and it's about, like, both of you guys, you do facilitation, you do ownership, and I love that approach. I think that's the future. And there is another question in the chat about losing money, because if the physical books are sent back to the publisher, the author could be charged for those returns. I wanna skip yours for 1 second, Sheila, because I think that is a thing that Palmyra has to think about too. Like, what is happening with the products if they are if there are what do you call that?
They're damaged.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah.
Or if they're not, if instead of olive oil somebody gets water.
They're not happy. If they're not happy, how are you tackling that?
I guess the question is how we can manage something like that, or I guess avoid it from happening. And there's I guess there's two different answers to this. There's the Web 2 answer and there's the Web 3 answer as well. So let's go with the Web 2 answer, which is obviously in every supply chain, what you just mentioned is something that might happen either due to somebody sending the wrong item, or maybe the item got damaged throughout its journey, the supply chain. With that being said, there's always the insurance companies, right, and also the logistic companies that we've been working with and have all these things in place already. So we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. So every regulation or insurance in this kind of situation, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're going with everything that all the guidelines and insurances that are in place right now. With that being said, the Web 3 now part and solution that we're bringing on the table as well, on top of the Web 2 solutions, is the fact that through the traceability, this is where you will be 100% certain that the product that you get is the product that you've been told that you're going to get, and not only what you will see in the bottle, which or the can or the box or whatever the case, or the package, because as mere humans and consumers, we might not be able to know the difference, of a honey that's been adulterated and a honey that hasn't been. So this is where, again, the traceability part is coming in, and this is where somebody will be getting this cup or whatever the case, or box, and will be able to scan the QR code, and they'll be able to see every single information from the time that the harvest happened, all the way from harvesting to putting in a bag, to taking into the mill, to processing it, to put it in a bottle. All these things are going to be traced, and being able for people to see every single point of that supply chain with pictures as well, as long as all the information that will be required. That way, what we do is we actually ensure that there's no way that this product will be, adulterized or fraudulent in any other, point throughout the supply chain. Now, what happens right now, to answer maybe the question with another question, is how would you know right now that the olive oil or the honey or anything that you get and says that, for example, I'll give an example, actually, real example right now for us that are in the US or Canada. I'll go right now to the grocery store. I'll buy an olive oil, and it will say that it's a product from Greece, or a product from Spain, or a product from Italy. But there's most of the times, and I say this from personal experience, I've been on the ground. I spent 2 months in Greece a few months ago, and I see everything with our own eyes. And there's a documentary that we've actually put out showcasing all these different things that we did. Is that there's a lot of times that people will go to Greece, to Greek producers. They're gonna take their oil, ship it to Italy, mix it with theirs, name it Italian, ship it to US, and make a lot of money. That's something that happens right now, and we can see that in many different commodities and instances. Like, it's not something that we're all shocked by hearing. We know that it happens. We know that most of the products that we're using have been gone through that process. And one of the things that we do with the traceability and having things on chain is to actually make sure that none of these things are happening from now on. And one of the things that is super, super important for me to mention is that there's regulations in US with FDA and in the European Union with the European deforestation regulation and other things that are coming that will require for all the products that are going to be sold on the shelf on the grocery store to have this traceability. Now, if you think of these large companies and whatnot, yes, everybody will be able to have this kind of systems in place. But what about the small producer? What about the micro producer or the medium-sized producer, even that they won't even have these systems in place? They're going to go out of business. And this is where, again, our solution is going to be coming in. This is where we're working with, micro, small, medium-sized producers to ensure that we can actually have the systems in place for them and can actually grow their business, expand into new markets, and make sure and ensuring that all these products that are sold through our platform are 100% traceable, and everybody can go on chain and check things out.
This is something that I recognized recently, is that the trend is going forward more to support smaller businesses again, and even local businesses, especially with the current political environment. People are going back and say, hey, why don't I start supporting the smaller guy, because they're actually the ones driving the economy too. And I love the documentation that you have put online. That's what I wanted to add to. So pretty good on that. And
Thank you.
I don't understand why the manufacturers in the US don't just go for, this one was produced in cute little Italy, and then that leaves the guessing open if it was in, I think it's in New York or in Europe. I'm coming to traceability.
I don't know if I want olive oil from New York, Little Italy, though.
It was something that happened to me in Ibiza, by the way. I was taking a scooter, and it was driving 50 kilometers an hour, and I was sitting on there like Wayne's World, right? And then in front of me was a garbage truck, and my girlfriend was sitting in the back, and I was turning around and said, "I didn't know that you have freckles." And she said, "I don't." So basically, the garbage truck lost all its fluid. And then when we arrived at Café Del Mar, the first thing that I did was getting rid of my clothes and jump into the water. And then when I came up again, I realized that this is a industrial harbor. I was full of oil. Just it wasn't olive oil though, but I think I got a little bit itchy. Talking about
you will have wasted it was olive oil.
They told me that. But talking about traceability, how are you tracing the engagement, Gav?
The engagement's tracked automatically by the bot. So whatever server takes our bot, like you get a leaderboard, and every point that you earn is racked up on the leaderboard. And then at the end of the leaderboard period you choose, the points are reset, and then people get credits that are permanent or until spent. So yeah, we can track anything. I mean, at the moment we're integrated with X and Discord. Panos is looking at tracking other activities. So yeah, I mean, it depends on what do you want to track, what do you want to reward. I mean, we're always adding new features all the time. So we respond to needs. I mean, the treasure hunt thing that we put in recently, we've had quite a few people in Cardano who have been scammed out of their whole balances. And so the treasure hunt that we created recently, one of our members had their seed, thought they were speaking to technical support, had a momentary lapse and gave out their seed phrase, and their seed phrase was gone. So we started thinking, how can we raise awareness? We had like a meeting, and we were all as a community talking about how can we make people safer. And so like the idea of the treasure hunt originally was like, how do we have something where we could like create a wallet and then have projects all have a word from that seed phrase, and then run a promotion where you turn up, you get involved, and each time you find another word from the seed phrase. And then once you've got all 24, the first person to get the 24 words can go and take that wallet and take all of the goodies that everybody's put into it, because it would be promotion, because obviously you'd be drawing attention to the particular things you wanted to promote to place those little words there. And it would also be raising awareness and building like an instinctive understanding in people's heads that the minute that seed phrase is over there, those assets aren't mine anymore. And so, a lot of what we do, we've got a platform, and with the platform talks to the bot. So if you earn credits in the bot, your credits are seen in the platform. So you could have, like, if any of the projects here wanted to work with us, then, feel free, open a ticket, and we'll get you set up. But for example, if bank, the credits earned in the bank server will be different to the credits earned in the promo Facie server. So when we move on to our next phase, which is our platform where people can create avatars and buy project specific custom merchandise, you could gate that by credits, as in you have to have X amount of credits to buy this limited edition thing, or with this amount of credits you could get a discount on this thing. And then people would use those wearables and in-game items in the games that we're actually going to build. So we've got a chain that like passes people from Discord, from the things that they earn in there, through to the platform, through to the games, and then the games can attract people in, which sends more people back out to Discord, and we can onboard more people to Web3. I mean, if you're coming in and you're playing a game, you don't have any concept of this being a crypto thing, because we're not going to make it so. You can come in, you can play the game, you can have fun, but then you see other people getting access to certain games or certain weapons or certain wearables, and you're asking, how do they get those? And so then it's like, well, you could buy that token from somebody else. That's the bank token, for example. If you buy that, you can take part in their tournaments, buy their wearables. If you get credits, you can get discounts on it. How do I get credits? Oh, well, you have to go into the server and earn them. Right, I'll land in the server, I'm asking questions. And now people are treating the whole exercise as, I want to get like that new type of V-Buck, whether it's a FIFA V-Buck or a Fortnite V-Buck. That's what I'm treating these cryptos as. They're just V-Bucks to me. I'm not interested in investing. I just want that particular utility or that particular utility. Then they land, they take part in promotions, they learn they can earn things, they start realizing they're getting things for free, and it's not just a hideous great Ponzi scheme that they should be scared of. And then we can bring people into our way of thinking and share people around servers. And by doing things like the hunt that I've described, where we regularly promote that there's a seed phrase going to be hacked, and it's a fun thing, but it's also there in everybody's head that, damn, if that one can go that quickly, if mine goes, that's gone too. So we're working like that. We're passing people everywhere across the chain and giving people reasons to interact, and then drawing people in. And if we have to integrate Blue Sky or YouTube, we've started work on YouTube actually. Panos is working on that. So we can integrate. We're very lucky. Panos is a very talented developer. He's been developing for 20 years, and like me and Craig, he really believes in this space. And I've probably talked too much, so can I pass that? Is Craig still there?
I just have a marketing question. Did you you see drawbacks in using bots or the API for liking and commenting and sharing content? Is there a does it influence the engagement? Right?
Potentially. So we had a discussion with somebody else who uses our bot, who done a lot of video content and wanted to make sure people had their eyes on the price. Well, that again is something where we can now use our treasure hunt, because you can embed one of the clues that people are looking for in these things, and you can be sure now that they're actually watching the thing. If it's a long form content like this, you could probably narrow it down to like a 10-minute window to be reasonable with people. But the point is, they then got to go and watch and pay attention because they're looking for the clue to find the thing that they're after. So no, we don't see any drawbacks there. I mean, our server, we started as an emergency because there was a community that we were part of, and something didn't go well, and we started our own thing to look after them. So we didn't get the luxury of planning everything out in advance. We kind of had to launch in a weekend. So that was a bit hectic. But we're a really small community. We've got like 300 people in our Discord. We're up to 175 followers on Discord now. On Twitter now. Yet when you look at our X posts, we're averaging between 600 to 1,000 impressions on pretty much every single tweet. So I don't see any downsides. It seems to be propagating quite nicely, given we are seriously overperforming. I mean, if you think that you've got say 10,000 followers on Discord on Twitter, if you were getting 10,000 impressions on every single tweet, that means everybody's watched it. But we've got 174 followers and we're getting 1,200 impressions on every tweet. So I don't see any drawbacks. I think it works perfectly fine. And where there is a kink, we'll always have our eye on it. And again, the treasure hunt, that was to have an eye on that. And with the quotes, the retweets and the comments, that's all that Twitter looks for, to see that those things are there and people are taking an interest in it. And because everybody's earning points, they'll comment, they'll like, they'll retweet, they'll quote all in one go. So you're getting all of those extra interactions out of people, which is driving it through Twitter. And the only thing that you have to be aware of is that if it's video content or images, stuff like that, Twitter tends to monitor how much time you spent interacting with those things. But again, treasure hunts are a great way to make sure people interact.
Yeah, I think the explanation for that could be that there are these communication aggregators that let you allow to communicate over different platforms, and then they have this one dashboard where they allow you to read your DMs and your timelines and answer from there. And so probably it'll be difficult for Twitter X to distinguish between what is the use case here, and then they probably say just, okay, we don't care as long the engagement and is on Twitter, we give it a shot. That would be just my stupid.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when someone's using our bot, this is not a bot. This is not like you're not spinning up bot accounts and creating a distortion. These people are actually interested in these things. It's just that if you put a raid in your Discord for your Twitter, people redirect to your Twitter. They might get distracted elsewhere. Then they'll start doing something else. All ours does is make sure that the people that are actually interested properly interact with it. and that's why it's overperforming relevant to our size and would scale. You know, when we say we're a bot, we're a Discord bot. We're basically a software solution, but we're nothing to do with, you know, the kind of botting that Elon wanted to get rid of. And we're actually drawing in real people to interact with tweets. You know, so there's quite a few people in our Discord that didn't have Twitter accounts that now have Twitter accounts because they wanted to take part in our gamification. And they are real people having real interactions. It's just they posted via us. So I really, I don't see any downside there. I think Elon would be quite pleased with us if he got a chance to sit down and chat with us, maybe one day.
I think that was an incredibly important information for marketers, and that was a huge plus. From my side, it's a huge plus, because that is something that puts you out of the corner of Jarvie into a direction of real engagement. That's pretty cool.
Pretty
cool. Any questions from you guys? I mean, I'm always interrupting and I'm always challenging with my limited vocabulary. So join the conversation, or do you have questions with each other? Is there an agricultural book, or do we need books about marketing, or do we need more virtual engagement on farmers? Or
we're happy to publish books on farming. we can do a little combo here.
Yeah, we've actually been working with the staff and book team.
Oh, cool, great,
amazing guys, and gals, yeah, we'll have a lot more things coming. We published our documentary around the lithium industry and the challenges that they've been facing in Argentina, and how we can support all that with our tech. And there's a lot more that are going to be coming out very, very soon. There's more trips scheduled and more documentaries coming. So we're going to keep working with the staff and book team 100%. With that being said,
your documentary is a great sale.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. We just wanted, to do something different, and it was, the best thing that we could have done, and we really appreciate working with you guys. But yeah, I don't have any questions. Everything seems very, very straightforward to me. I just want to take this opportunity and just say a big thank you to everybody that joined and asked questions. And if anybody has more questions later down the road, by all means, we're always happy to answer them and be of any help and work with everyone.
Does anybody have a tip, all three of you, for founders that are listening, for marketers that are trying to get an edge? What is your tip? How are you juggling the day? Or what is your secret of success that you are allowed to share? Let's start with Sheila.
Well, I don't know how anybody else juggles the day, so I don't know if I can answer that one. But I think as a secret to success is to really, which all of you guys have this, it's like dig into that real world usage. As far as, this is on the marketing side, right? So find that way to integrate into the rest of the real world and connect it to your products in a way that people aren't going to go, I don't use Discord or enter social media here, right? It's no, hey, I'm making your social media safe. I'm making your social media have utility. Who does that, right? So it's like those marketing toys of the rest of the world still kind of has a little bit of that blinder and caution to Web3, and it's like we have to take those bold steps of saying like, no, we not only have real world utility, we have your world utility. Do you want to read that book that's in your hand and it never go away, and you actually own it and you actually be able to sell it? Those types of things where people go, wait, I don't own everything on Amazon Prime? What? So it's those kinds of things where you have to really take people and explain to them why Web3 is hear for them what the benefits are. All these guys have amazing real world benefits. So yeah, the marketing side is just really connecting to people and finding that thing that clicks the light bulb with them, right? Because it's there with your companies, and to not scare them away. You know, we always have the mom test of buying a book, right? So like, not scare them away. Like, no, you want a book? Come to our site. Oh, I don't have any of that crypto stuff. Don't even need to say the word. You know, we make the wallet in the background. You can pay with, you know, a credit card. It's like, give them all the opportunities in the world to let them have that nice bridge from Web 2 to Web 3. And then we can sit back and watch Cardano explode, right? Because we're actually going to be doing something that's good for the world and protecting our communities, protecting our customers with all of our products. So that's kind of the edge that we love on our marketing side.
Fighting the imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Definitely. Awesome. Gav, do you want to?
Yeah, sure. Like, extending on what Sheila said, you know, I don't think we're in a proper bull run yet. I think the bull run's coming. I think the majority of the activity we're seeing in crypto now is big institutions front running and really gamblers just gambling on meme coins. I don't think the potential of it is yet seen. Once you can actually start tokenizing things are going to have real value, and we're going to have a lot of people piling in a way people can't imagine. There's too much pessimism for this to be a real bull run. But when you're sitting there and you're thinking about launching something, you know, remember that people are actually really people. These are not dots. These are not people to move around on a spreadsheet. They're real people. People want to have a human interaction. People like people that they can trust. Trust is a great way to start a conversation with people and start marketing. And the best marketing is done when people aren't even conscious that you're marketing. So people turn up in our Discord and they start playing the games. They hear that there's a slot that they can play for free. So they start clicking away on Twitter to earn some of these credits to play this daily slot and get some free tokens. But every single time they're absorbing all of the information that we're putting there for them to raid on, to interact with. They're turning up at meetings to get extra points to play the slot a bit more. And they're not aware that they're being marketed to, really. They're just taking in information and having fun while they're doing it. And if you can't make it fun, like if you can't build tools and put them in people's hands, the tools that people really want, if you're not looking at the people that are going to interact with you, that you're going to market to as real human beings and thinking, what's their expectation? If you're not going to create a high trust environment, then I probably wouldn't be able to give you any advice on marketing, because that's not what we do.
Yeah, I'll just go last, and I'll be super quick, and I guess I'll follow up with what Gavin, Sheila just shared. I think the most important thing, and same idea as right now, I have no clue of the code that, Zoom has underlying and underneath, and how all, our meeting is run. I just care that I can hop on with few clicks and, join this amazing conversation here. In the same way, people don't care about, NFTs, tokenization, Cardano. They don't care about all of that. They care about the solution. So if you can solve them, that there's a solution there for them, they're going to go for it if it makes sense for them. So all I want to say is that, when we have these kind of conversations, and especially talking with producers or with people from the mining industry or renewable energy and whatnot, they don't care if things are built on Cardano, on Ethereum, the gas fees, the NFTs, the tokenization, the RWAs, they don't care about any of that. They care that, is there a solution that I can use hopefully with a more simple way than the one that I'm using currently. And if that's the case, then I'll go for it. That's what people care. And this is something that we've been having this kind of discussion for at least a year now in the Cardano community, marketing. In order for you to market Cardano, you have to have amazing applications such as Book or Stuff or, World Mobile or a lot more, because I don't want to, empower us and people that can by using those applications and having these amazing solutions, at the same time we can bring volume to our amazing ecosystem. And I think this is the best way for all of us to go forward in terms of real world adoption, and how I can go and talk to my mom or grandma about the solutions that we're building. If people go about this, I think this is the best way for all of us. And at the same time, roll up your sleeves and go speak to the people. Go on the ground. Go to the, like, that's something that we've been doing. We've been going to the fields. We've been taking crates off their trucks, because if you don't experience it, you don't really know what people are going through. You don't know if what you're building actually is a solution that they will care. So if we do all those things, I really believe, and I've seen many amazing teams out there doing it, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot more coming. This is how we're going to see adoption. This is how we're going to see people using and coming into our ecosystem.
Yeah, good words, really good. Because I think that's a really good summary, by the way, to everybody who starts out on blockchain / crypto, SSI, whatever there is in that direction, AI. They often see the technology and see, wow, this is going to change everything. And that's the intuition. But the deeper they go into the product and the human-centered design, the more the tech becomes not irrelevant, but it becomes smaller. It becomes just the incremental part that drives your possibilities. And I think the more you sense that, the easier it is to overcome the imposter part, where you sit in front of a post or an article that you want to bring out, and you sit there with the finger on the bottom and you think, I'm gonna throw up in a second before I'm gonna press that button, because I'm gonna die if somebody's gonna read it and doesn't see the value in it. So and if you have that problem, it's okay sometimes to have a fixed time frame for reconsideration. Do that when you're feeling good. Give it, say, 1 or 2 days, maximum 36 hours to rethink, and then press the button, because that gives you enough time to reread it, to reconfirm, to do your reads, if somebody's questioning you, because there will be somebody questioning you, if for good or bad reasons. But then you're confident, then you can bring it out. And in the meantime, you can work the things away that are making the bad arguments coming towards you into something that makes you grow. So thank you so much for joining today. It was absolutely interesting. 3 of my favorite projects, and thank you for joining. And what is it that you want the people to do? I know it from you, Sheila. You want to go have the people coming on Monday to mint the books themselves.
Hopefully Monday. It'll be next week. It depends how the little beta test with the authors go. So if we find some bugs we have to fix really quick. But yeah, just a heads up next week. Just watch our socials, watch X, watch is the easiest one, or obviously on our Discord of when it's live. So yeah, come and mint your stuff, your books, audiobooks, music albums. Yeah, we're ready for them, and here to walk you through too. So don't be scared if you've never self-published on Amazon or anything like that. We're here to help you, because obviously it's actually very simple. We walked through, Nacho and I walked through it this morning of minting. So yes, welcome. It is going to be around about $100 to mint a book, and it's going to be paid in stuff token. So it's just a transaction of stuff token. But fun future, if you want to look at big picture, our read to earn and consume to earn launches this year in 2025. So you'll be able to get stuff token by reading books, listening to books, watching movies, listening to albums, and then literally can take that utility that you just earned and turn it around and put your own art on the blockchain with those tokens. So it's a fun little full circle. When that launches, we can come back on and do another fireside chat, but that'll be another full circle of the whole utility of everything. But yes, just watch our socials and come and mint your content with us.
Feel invited every time, anytime,
Thanks.
even in between.
Thanks.
Theo, what is it that you want people to do? And then we close it out.
I want everybody to be well and healthy. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that joined. Feel free to go and check our socials. I don't want to sell anything, to be honest with you, just because, I want to be, we do have our sale going and whatnot, but that's not the reason why I'm here. So I don't want to say much. By all means, if anybody that would like to go and check our socials and get updated with all the things that we do, we would love that. If you have questions, if you would like to participate in the ecosystem, we're also more than happy to do so. Join our Discord. Let's get in touch. And, let's make things happen.
Who's not believing it? Theo and crew are regular visitors and guests here. So, yeah, we do it like friends. Just one question. Are you focusing on Greece currently, or do you also onboard other farmers so that if somebody is...
we're all over the world right now. We're in 11 jurisdictions. We started from Sri Lanka. Now we're in India, Indonesia, Myanmar, Nepal, Tanzania, Kenya, Zambia, Argentina, Greece, and Japan. Yeah, we're expanding and onboarding different producers from all around the world. So yes, 100%.
Cool. And now, Gav, what is it that you want people to do?
Yeah, well, I'd like people to come and follow us on X at PromoFacie. Come and join our Discord. And if you'd like a bot that's going to liven up your Discord and give your users lots of fun ways and reasons to interact with everything you do socially, then please come in, open up a ticket, and we'll get you set up and get something working for you. If anyone's hearing this and you've got a project and you'd like to take part in the idea I put forward earlier about, having a seed phrase where you put a word out in one of your promotions, and we do a promotion like that and all put some things in a wallet so that we start really making sure that the new people that we bring into Cardano are really laser focused on their personal security and making sure that they, don't fall foul of the bad people that are out there. Then come and join us, and we'd love to work with you on that. We've got a few partners in on it now, but that's something we'd really like to do, because one thing we really need to take care of is when people will come into the ecosystem, that you look at, like, even Trump token now, like, people buy that and then they sell that. But if Donald Trump turned around and said, your favorite president is going to be having a live event and you can only buy tickets if you own X amount of Trump token, and if you own this amount, you might win a VIP event with your favorite president. That thing would then suddenly have gone from being a meme to having utility. And that's what I think we're going to see in the next bull run. Absolutely everything is going to get tokenized. People are going to be trading all kinds of social situations. Like book.io is brilliant what you're doing. And I think, people will really, once that concept gets into people's head, they'll really be thinking about, I want that. I want to buy something and know I can leave it to my kids and they can get royalties, or my work, they can get royalties. It's a great idea, but we're going to be bringing all of these people in. As all of the good projects here, we need to know that bad people are going to be around, and it would be great if we could work together on making sure that when people come in, they don't get the nasty experiences that drive them away. It's far too easy to make a bad narrative about crypto when there's lots of really honest, decent people here doing really good work and important things. So if you want to join with us and make sure we look after the good people when they come and make sure they know everything they need to know, then yeah, we'd love your help on that as well. Not just shilling our product. But I do like to shill our product.
That's good. You're a founder. You have to.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys. Feel invited anytime, as I said. Join our Discord server. If you haven't, add your project to our project channel, please, and feel free to shill like heavy, and then add a little note in the Cafe Europe that we have and say, hey, there's a little update on my project. It's been a little bit quiet there. We need to get this a little bit more engaged. So yeah, would appreciate that. Appreciate you all. And thank you for your time, and enjoy the family, enjoy the evening, and walk the dog.
He's right there. Like,
Sorry.
he already barked. Yeah, there you go. Hey,
Didn't?
Winston. Thank you guys. Appreciate this. This is wonderful.
Bye bye.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for joining and for your questions.